Hello there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev here, coming to you from the Bloom office. I'm actually at the reception area that many people maybe have seen or have not seen. This desk was here when we first moved in from the office that was here before us, and it's been used by volunteers to greet people. But you know, since we've been in the COVID era for the past 10, 11 weeks, we have not had the regular Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday volunteers here in the office. And so I happened to sit down here and opened a couple of drawers and found items that are out of date, out of use, pre-Trumpian, and so it was like, well, let me do a little bit of sorting out. And so that's what I have been doing here. It's a little bit like something in this period of time that some people are doing with their houses, getting their kitchens painted or a new bathroom put in, or if they can do that with essential workers, or doing it themselves, people doing at-home projects themselves. It is an opportunity for us in the office to get caught up with some things, or to establish some new procedures or take care of some administrative records in a new way that we've been meaning to do for a while. We did some work on the computers in order to make them more collaborative throughout the office here in that time. We also have been monitoring, you know, in this COVID time when it might end, and we don't know. And so that actually gives us some pause, and it also, you know, just folks at home, you know, it can make people kind of depressed, and I'm not diagnosing anybody here or anything, but it's very, you know, we're uncertain. So one of the things we can do is take care of what we can put our hands on and do something with. So, you know, this place came with a lot of drawers, and I noticed that what has happened here is that people decided to, from 2014, put things in those drawers. So since that was 6 years ago, we're gonna do that, and here's a thing from our a clipboard from the kitchen, and an outdated brochure. We're gonna kind of sort some of those things out here and be ready when we come back. We can do that in our own lives. One of the ways we can do that is through prayer and meditation. I know that there are some online resources for calming and for guided meditations and so forth, and if you look that up on Google, you can find some things that are helpful in that way. If you want to get some further references from me for that, please give me a call or send me an email, and I'll provide one or two resources that can be helpful. Sometimes when we feel really busy or feel like we don't know how we're going to go forward, the best thing to do is to stop for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, and just, you know, take some deep breaths and figure out. Don't figure anything out. Just let your mind pause, and then when you decide to go forward, some things may be a little bit more clear, or at least it may not be as rushed or condensed or confusing. And you know, maybe you want to clean out some drawers at home, or maybe you want to paint this or recover that, or you know, take care of any sort of special projects that might be there. We do have some sense of what are we going to do in the future. Well, the wonderful thing that we have at Bloom now that we didn't have when we first started 17 years ago is an experienced leadership group, and we've had them developed over the years for the last 15 years as we've been a, you know, United Church of Christ organizationally. But now we have people that are dedicated to this congregation in our officers and our ministry coordinators, meeting tonight for the open leadership meeting, going to, you know, keep our congregation on a forward movement. We're also continue to have our Sunday morning worship, and we're looking at ways to be more, you know, bring in maybe some different kinds of things to do musically, or, you know, figuring out ways to one, have it be dependable and nurturing to us so that something remains solid and steady, as well as to do some things that can make it be that we refresh every now and then. Being told that you can't go anywhere and you always have to be under restrictions can be very disconcerting. But what I do want to let us all know is, this isn't going to last forever. And I know that there are a lot of people that are working to make advancements on vaccine and treatments and so forth, so that when that sort of thing becomes more solid, we will be able to have a better idea of how we're going to move into the future. So we continue to be, Bloom never closed. We stopped having meetings at the office and that sort of thing, but we did not ever close our ministry. So we continue on, and we continue on because you're there and people are in their volunteer positions and your employees are doing their work, and people are helping out. And we're grateful for that. And always the Holy Spirit is guiding us, and we're resting in God's love. So we hope you can be with us in worship on Sunday. If you can't be with us at the time, you can see it afterwards on the YouTube channel or the recording again on Facebook. That it's possible for us to be together also in hospitality time via the Zoom link that you find in Bloom Notes. Anytime anybody wants to give me a call, please feel free to do so, or send me an email or a text and ask me to call you, and I will follow up on that. So until we see one another again, let's please be sure and be keeping each other in our prayers.